Welcome back, everyone.
Hey, Uncle Milty, what's going on, my man?
Episode 28 of the Jiu-Jitsu Dummies podcast, sponsored by Fightback CBD. Get 15% off your CBD order at fightbackcbd.com with code JJD. We'll be giving away 2 bottles of Fightback CBD to a few lucky listeners in this episode. We're also sponsored by War Bar Soap. Get 25% off your hygiene product order with code JJD at warbarsoap.com. That'll take you right to the Power X Core website, right to the hygiene page. We're giving away 2 bars of the Forerunner, War Bar Forerunner, on IG and Facebook every week for the entire month of September.
Nice.
Okay? So check out the posts on our IG at Jiu-Jitsu Dummies. Check out IG and Facebook. Okay? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, wherever you're watching or listening to us. We appreciate the feedback and support. I am Milton Campus. I am a purple belt out of Fight Sports Coral Springs. You can check me out on Instagram at Uncle Milty BJJ. I want to kill the 2 of these guys today.
Yeah, man. Are you
They're
done with
driving
business?
me
You
nuts
done with
today.
business already? You
Huh?
got the business right out of the way?
Yeah, I got to get rid of the business.
Yeah,
So
let's
we
go.
we got our guests waiting today. We're going to be joined by We Defy in a little bit.
Awesome.
The crew from We Defy. So my podcast partners today are
Miguel from Fight Sports Coral Springs.
Yeah, yeah.
White
You
belt,
remembered?
2
Okay.
stripes.
Senior White Belt,
Senior white
Yeah,
belt.
I'm wearing this shirt too.
Fight Back,
I'm your
and-
resident non-belt washer. Junior, black belt, Fight Sports Coral Springs, Felipe and Sofia Morante.
Why don't you give your company a shout out too?
Oh,
Let's tell everybody
Zoticon.
what you do.
Yeah, Zoticon, my medical
on
training
the,
company.
yeah.
We teach basics to badass, right? So CPR up to bleeding control.
I like that.
So it depends on
basic to badass.
depends on what you're looking for. We got
So-
a little bit of everything on the medical side.
So I can't apply. I can't.
Hey, you're like lower,
Basic?
not
I'm
badass
a basic
yet.
bitch.
Yeah. Hey, you said it, not me.
All right, everybody. So I wanted to take a second to thank everybody who donated to the GoFundMe. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have awarded the second youth scholarship in the last episode to Gemma, who is one of our longtime listeners. So congratulations again, Gemma. Hopefully your father has. We're recording on a Saturday after we launched the last episode, so hopefully her dad Ray is going to be videotaping her
Sending
actually
us a little-
seeing
yeah,
the
that'll be
seeing
nice.
the
like a
announcement.
reaction video.
Reaction video. Yeah.
Got it.
We want to remind you all that we're still partnering with Flow and Roll. So they're going to give you, right, we've got these embroidered belts. They have juvenile through adult. So they will, for every $50 you donate, you could win an embroidered belt or a foundation mug. All right, so we're still doing that. You can donate directly at GoFundMe.com. Just search for Jiu-Jitsu Dummies or click the link in the description wherever you're watching. All right. Now we're going to add something new to the mix. This is going to be really, I think this is going to be really cool. I think people are going to like this. So if you are a competitor, you got to listen to this. It came to my attention that there are some youth competitors that wanted to get out to the Jits King Orlando trials.
But?
That's on October 17th.
But what's the problem?
Now, now hold on. Is that the same weekend you
looking it up
mentioned?
right now,
yeah, just
yeah.
double check. Right, it's the same weekend as the Pans.
Oh.
Right, because the Pans aren't doing juvenile. So now you've got Jits King, I believe, doing trials on the same weekend. So came to my attention that there were some people out there, some kids out there that couldn't necessarily pay the $100.
What weekend? is it?
October 17th.
Oh no, this is October 8th. through the
Okay, so you
11th.
got it completely wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting
Yep.
it wrong for me. So this is the week before. All right. So excuse me, the week after. So October 17th. So again, it came to my attention that there's some kids out there that wanted to go to the trials, couldn't necessarily, pay the $100 entrance fee.
Yeah.
You know,
Are we
times are
going to
tough,
do
COVID.
something? We're going to help these kids out?
Yes, we've got something. I
Okay,
think this is
okay.
really cool. So, just to note, the Jits King Orlando trials, any of the advanced division champs, okay, they're going to qualify for the next Jits King event on Flow and Roll. Excuse me, on Flow Grappling. All right, so your winner, you could be seen on what for us is one of the best platforms to see competitive grappling. So if you're a competitor, a parent, a coach, you want to get your kids into that event, you'll be able to raise money for the Jiu-Jitsu Dummies Foundation, right? Where we're awarding scholarships to deserving children, people who are doing spectacular things. Bridger Walker was our first. Gemma, Bridger
our
Walker,
second.
who's the little boy who saved his sister from
Yes.
the dog
Dog
attack.
attack.
Gemma's been raising money with Tap Cancer Out for
her mom.
for her mom, and her mom has colon cancer, so she's been raising money for quite some time. So we're going to allow, again, coaches, the competitor themselves, or a parent to raise money for their kids, for the Jiu-Jitsu Dummies Foundation. If you raise at least $300, we're going to pay you $100 entrance fee directly to Just King.
That's
Actually,
awesome.
I spoke to the guys at Just King. They'll generate a coupon code for that particular competitor, and we'll be able to
forward it.
Yeah, we'll just send them the coupon code. They'll be able to register. They won't be charged anything, and they're in the event. You're smiling. I know.
No.
Go ahead. I know you got something smart.
No, that's a great idea. That's a great idea that we came up with.
Yeah.
Good job, us.
Way to go, team.
Thank you, Junior. Okay, so you raise $300, you get your $100 entrance fee. You raise $500 or more. Let's say you raise $500, we'll send you we'll get you the entrance fee, and we'll send you a gi from Flow and Roll. You raise $1,000 or more, you get the entrance fee, a gi, and a $100 gift card to the podcast store. Okay, jiu-jitsudummies.shop. All right, so there's today? What's today? The 12th.
Today, yeah.
Today's September 12th, so there's about a month. Like, normally the next
Plenty
ones
of
will have
time.
a little bit of time to do it for a little bit longer, but that's why we kept it low. $300, you'll get the $100 for your entrance fee. You're doing a good thing, and you get into the event for free.
Nice.
All right? Now, if you are trying to get into any other event, anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world for that matter, we'll do the same thing.
Open to adults as well.
Open to adults.
Okay, great.
Any competitor. We're going to use the same $300. We'll pay up to $100 of your fees. So if it's more than $100, you've got to take care of the balance. Same thing, gift card for those $3, $5, and $1,000 levels.
Nice.
We spoke to Jits King, and we're going to do the coupon code with Jits King, but this should help develop some other relationships and help get us, raising some more money to do what we want to do, which is award, these
Deserving.
these scholarships to these deserving kids, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we have. So another special thank you to Dave Kaidash, who is from High Road BJJ and High Road Revolution. He's been a huge supporter of the foundation, so we appreciate all your help, Dave. Thank you again for joining us, everybody. We want to stick around. We're going to be right back with the co-founder of We Defy, Joey Bozik, treasurer Mike Anderson, and director of development Kevin Linderman. So we're going to be back in a second with them. All right, guys?
Right.
All right, let's do it.
Welcome back, everybody.
Quick little break.
Yep. Thank you for sticking with us. It was like a probably 2-second break for everybody. We have with us, once again, we have We Defy Foundation founder, Joey Bozik. Am I saying that right? Joey Bozik, right?
That's actually perfect, man.
Perfect, good. Treasurer Mike Anderson. You give us a little wave there, Mike. And director of development, Kevin Linderman. Woohoo.
Howdy.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for being with us. So listen, we're gonna dive right in now. Now, Joey, we spoke to you one time. Remember, we might ask some of the same questions that we asked when we did that Zoom together because we didn't put that out publicly. We saved that for our podcast patrons and your ambassadors and the We Defy crew. So we might be talking about some of the same things, which I'm sure you've experienced. I'm sure when you get interviewed, you get asked a lot of the same questions. So, but let's start with what sparked us being here today, which was the North Texas Day of Giving. Who wants to take that? Tell us a little bit more about that and run with that question.
Kevin? Sure, I'll take that. I'll take that topic. North Texas Giving Day is it's huge up in this area of North Texas. Obviously, it's an annual online giving event. And what's really neat about it is it empowers anybody to give to a cause that they're interested in and passionate about. So it's really the largest regional giving day in the nation. Last year, they had 102,000 people participate, raising $50 million.
Wow.
And that was distributed to 3,000 nonprofits. So really, really impressive. And the spirit in North Texas is a very giving spirit. And so they rally that spirit on a particular day and people go and give. And what's neat about it is, from a nonprofit perspective, what we're supposed to kind of be exposed to are people that aren't familiar with who we are, what jiu-jitsu is, and our mission. So it's supposed to give us exposure to people that are outside of our kind of four walls that we're generally focused on to to other people that can donate to veterans. So it's a huge giving day. It's a chance for anybody in the area to give back to their community in North Texas.
So you guys,
it's
is this the
really
first
pretty
year, or you guys have done this with them before?
This is the first year for us to participate.
So
in
you
it.
get with.
It's been going on for 11 years.
Okay, so you get with them, you get approved, and then what do I do as a consumer, as a potential, donation giver? What am I doing? The people that are listening, what can they do to go through North Texas Giving Day and get money to you guys? What do they do?
So it's northtexasgivingday.org.
Okay.
Is the website, and
right, we'll put that on
you can
screen.
just do / We Defy Foundation is directly to our page. If that's too much to type, you can just go there to the search bar, type in We Defy, and you take it right. You'll see us pop up right away.
Okay.
You click on that to go there. When you get to that page, you have two different options. You can donate, which is great. You can also create your own, what they're calling a fundraising page, where the FUN is capitalized, so it's supposed to be fun. You go there, you create your own page, you put your picture on it, you talk about why it's meaningful to you to support We Defy, and then that's your page, and people can go there and donate to us through the page that you created. So it personalizes the effort. Then they can take that page and share that through social media. So it's, hey, I support We Defy. This is my page. Please donate here. Anybody can do that. It's super easy. You literally click the fundraising button, follow the prompts, and you create a page. It takes a few minutes.
Okay.
So that's the best way to do that, to get involved. And what I wanted to say too, it's kind of a two-sided piece of the puzzle for this day. It's what's good for the nonprofits is the exposure to audiences that we normally wouldn't be exposed to. Usually in the years past, they'll have big events, so you can go and all the different people from around the community will come, walk to different tables. We'd have a table like this, meet people, introduce our cause and our mission to other people. But unfortunately, it is strange times. Those things aren't happening this year. So it's mainly been all virtual, but that is like the really nice thing about for the nonprofits. For the donor that we just spoke about, if you have $5, $5,000, or however much you want to give, you can feel empowered that you're actually giving it straight to the charity that is meaningful to you. And if you have $100 and you want to split $10 to 10 different charities, you can do that while you're online too.
All right.
So it's a really neat thing for people to go in, feel like they're really contributing back to the community. It's super easy, and it's a big day for non-profits in the area.
Okay. Awesome. Miguel, who did you say you were looking at? Was it Joey's bio?
Yeah.
On We Defy, and you served.
Yeah.
In the same
he was
place.
in the 80 Deuce. I was just wondering what unit.
Oh, well, that's with the military police. 82nd Military Police Company.
Okay,
so I
great.
would probably arrested you.
No,
Sure,
you know
yeah.
what? The day that I signed out of my unit, I was in 307th. You joined 2000. I joined 2002, 2003, and so I was there. I initially started at 307th Engineers, and then I moved over when they started consolidating the units into BCTs and stuff like that. So I moved to 3rd Brigade. So I essentially never really left my unit. It just got consolidated with like the other 3rd Brigade people. But the last day that I signed out of my unit, it was snowing, and I pulled out, and I slid past a stop sign, and there was an MP that pulled me over by the gas station, like on Ardennes or something like that. And
that is where you met.
and the guy goes like, "Hey, you ran a stop sign." I was like, "Well, I slid past a stop sign." He's like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "I'm leaving and never coming back. I just signed out of my unit."
So
You have no power over me.
So Joey, let's give everybody a little bit of background. I mean, you could start where you'd like, but let's as a founder of We Defy, let's talk a little bit about the history if we can.
Absolutely, yeah. Real quick, I want to mention with Kevin, we were talking about earlier with the Giving Day is a lot of people want to give, but they don't know how or where. Like they want more information. You know what I mean? A lot of people say, "Well, I want to help out. What can I do?" And this is a great opportunity. I feel like nationally, but also definitely here in the North Texas area for people to to say, oh, I want to do something. I want to help. I want to give back. And this is a way for them to go and look and search where they can do it from the comfort of their homes, on their phone, whatever they want to do. But, look at a lot of different opportunities. Like we talked about earlier when you said, we had that first podcast together, that one of the most difficult things with the foundation is trying to explain to people the benefit of jiu-jitsu, right? We all get it, right? Because we train. A lot of people don't understand. They don't understand the effect on the veterans and how it really helps empower them, enable them, and put them back into the community. Even if you want to give to something else, that's fine. But at least go to the page, read the website, read what it's about. Find out why jiu-jitsu is so important to helping these veterans start to find their way back into a transition that's beneficial to them, right? It's not this go get a job, go back to school, whatever the case may be. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but those only help segment the veteran more from society. We want to integrate them back in. We want them on the mats training with people from all different walks of life, rebuilding that family that they lost or left behind in the military, and jiu-jitsu is that perfect opportunity for them to do that. So
that brotherhood, right? That brotherhood.
Community.
Absolutely. And we're looking at two guys here that didn't serve, but I know that in an instant that I could text or call them and they'd be there for me. The same with you guys, right? And the people that you train with in your schools and in your local areas. So this is just an opportunity for us to gain some traction, spread the word, and have say, oh, that's cool. Let me look at that and see what they do and what jiu-jitsu is all about.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to it. I appreciate you explaining that to us. Let's talk about, again, We Defy, a little bit of the history. If you want to give us the short version, you can run through it as quickly as you like. But talk a little bit about how you found jiu-jitsu and what brought you to this point.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't do short versions.
No. Even better. Hey, it's a talk show. Great.
Yeah, right. You're gonna have to reel me in, man. So just let me know if I get too much. But when I first moved to Dallas, Texas, quite a few years ago, I was looking for a place for my daughter to train jiu-jitsu. I thought it would give her a good opportunity, possibly being an undersized, smaller opponent against an attacker, that jiu-jitsu was a really good opportunity. I trained martial arts when I was younger, so I had an understanding of the different styles and the backgrounds, and I wanted to really give her something that I thought would be applicable to defend herself. And when I left North Carolina, I left all my stuff, and I just didn't want to pay to move all that stuff. And when I got here, I decided that I would buy all new stuff, and we were going to be renting an apartment for a while before building our house. And so we're driving around one day and I see this sign and it says Tier 1 training facility on it. Now, anyone with any kind of military background knows what that term means, but it's kind of bled through in the regular community from this game called, and you can edit this out if you want to, called Call of Duty, right? So everyone thinks that they're an online badass because, they're a Tier 1 operator. And so I see this sign, it says Tier 1 training facility. I'm driving the car and I'm like, are you effing kidding me? This mother, he doesn't know what it means. He just wants to sound badass. He plays Call of Duty. He opened up his gym. I was like,
this is my favorite part of the story.
Oh, God. Just the whole, I'm just doing the whole veteran bitching thing, right? And I'm like, this guy doesn't play Call of Duty. So then I start looking at schools and I'm going online. I'm doing some research and of course, jiu-jitsu schools near me, right? And of course, Tier 1 training facility pops up, and I click on it and I go to the link and I look at Alan Shabaro's background. It's like 2 pages of badassery. Right?
Yeah, I've read it.
I was like, oh shit. Okay, so maybe this guy does know what he's talking about. So I went around, we tried whichever schools out, and the way that Alan had things set up was we had to come in and do an interview with my daughter and myself, and he and I met. We instantly hit it off, man. We come to find out we were both in Fort Bragg at the same time together, and then we were both overseas at the same time together. Of course, we never met or ran into each other, but we chewed the same dirt at the same time, kind of a deal. So we hit it off right away. A couple months, my daughter's training. And I ended up, pulling Alan aside one day, and I started asking him questions about being able to draw and shoot a pistol firearm from being in a wheelchair. Is in a form of self-defense and protection. And so we started talking about guns and shooting and being able to draw effectively and fire effectively. And he goes, "Well, have you ever thought about jiu-jitsu?" And I was just laughed at him, and I was like, "No." I'm like, "No, man, no, I never really thought about it." And he goes, "Well, why don't you come in on Tuesday, just me and you? we'll get on the mats, we'll move around, we'll see what you can do. And I was like, okay, cool, why not? We'll give it a shot. So I showed up, and then he and I got on the mats, and he's like, can you do this? Can you move over here? Can you hold it? We started training the gi right away. Can you grab here? And we started working through effectiveness training for someone in my situation. And then, we left that. He's like, hey, thanks, man. Thanks. Cool. What are you doing on Thursday? You want to come out on Thursday? Sure. Okay, I'll be here on Thursday. And it just went like that, right? I come in and show up on Thursday and start training with him. And then he and I, okay, I'll see you next Tuesday and then next Thursday. And then after a couple months went by, I was like, hey, man, why don't we see if this is going to work? Can I join the regular class? I want to come in and see if what we're working on is going to work against regular people. He's like, yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. You should come in and try class. And I'll never forget that class. This is why, again, it goes back to the effectiveness of jiu-jitsu and understanding the dynamic in the gym. I showed up, and these guys, maybe one or two prior military, but mostly just regular people, and we shake hands and we start training, and they whooped my ass for 30 minutes straight.
No mercy.
They didn't take it easy.
Did some Cobra Kai shit on you, huh?
Oh, and when they get done, of course, the beep timer goes off, and they're like, "Dude, so thank you so much for."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What the?
What's going on here?"
Didn't do anything, but they were the nicest, people. They were so nice to me, and as soon as the timer went off, they put it on me. But when I left that night, I remember thinking to myself, "That's what you want." As a combat disabled veteran returning back, I want to be treated normal. I didn't want to be treated any differently, not stuck in a corner learning disabled jiu-jitsu. I wanted to be on the mats training with all of these regular people, and I say regular, but you know what I mean.
None of us are regular.
Yeah, we're all. But giving an opportunity to see if my jiu-jitsu would work in a real world situation, and have that competition, that fire, and being pushed every single day. And that just, like Alan and I, we were the beta. We were the test subjects. And what we saw was that not only myself as the veteran learning jiu-jitsu, I was gaining so much, but Alan as an instructor who had been training for 20 years and teaching for how many above that, getting an opportunity to look, how many arm bars has he taught? Tens of thousands of arm bars, to be able to say, hey, this is different. We have to modify this. We have to create angles and pressure and all this different stuff. It really kind of ignited a fire inside of him as well. So what we saw was the ground, the beginning, the roots of something that could be passed on to all these different schools. And literally after 3 or 4 months of us training together, I went out and did my first competition. And, I lost, but I didn't get tapped. I went the whole 6 minutes or whatever it was for Masters 2 at that time. And I put it on that guy, man. I chased him around the ring. There's a video somewhere you can look and find, like, he didn't know what the shit to do. I don't blame him. But I chased him around the ring. 6 minutes, man. And we had some tussles we got into. We rolled around. Effectively, he couldn't tap me, and that made me feel better about, okay, the training's working. Right. It's all good. So that was kind of it, man. And from that, it went to, hey, you know what? This might be something that other schools and other individuals would be interested in. And so we started with 12 schools. We started the foundation. We got the paperwork and everything going for the 501c3. We talked to the 12 people that we know that we were closest to. And we started with 12 schools, and we just have gone from there.
Let me ask you a question going back to the training and competing. Does it, I'm sure in your school, people know, listen, don't take it easy on me. I know after I had a heart attack a few years ago, when I went back, everybody be like, are you okay? Should I'd be like, listen, me. If you fucking take it easy on me, I'm going to put it on you. Junior was the only one that was just like, fucking whatever, pussy, let's go. But I used to get pissed. I would get pissed at that. I would be like, listen, if you take it easy on me, I'm going to put it on you even harder. I'm gonna grab that arm bar and just hold on to it a little bit longer. What's your take on that? And does anybody still try to be like, oh, can I take it easy on you? Should I, 50%?
Yeah, for about 5 seconds. Yeah, it's flat. They shake hands. They're like, oh, okay, this guy's like Alan's style of training, the effectiveness that he learned from combat, from real world combat versus, I'm going to teach you sports jiu-jitsu is, one of the things that he says and has been saying since day one is you get on top, stay on top. You get on bottom, you get back on top, stay on top, right? I'm not pulling guard in the street. Forget about I can't pull guard anyways. But I'm just saying, I'm not pulling guard in the street, right? It's funny. There's a shirt you can find somewhere. There's a picture of
Me and Alan
Dallas
at the Dallas Open.
Dallas
God,
Open.
it's got to be 6 years ago now.
Yeah, it's a freaking awesome picture. And Alan and Mike have trained together before I knew them and got into the whole fold and everything. But there's what does the shirt say?
Just pull guard,
Just
man.
pull guard, man. And of course, Alan, like Alan's known. Like you can Google some memes out there of him, like like don't pull guard. But the effectiveness of it in a real world situation is really what we're looking at. So yes, when I would shake hands with somebody, they're like, oh, this guy's got one arm. No, fuck you, I'm going. So after 5 minutes or the first 30 seconds or 45 seconds, you know that deal. You roll with people and they grab you and you go, oh, this is serious. Like I demand the respect and you will give me the respect. I'm not going to go in and beg for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of where with the foundation we also wanted to go to is like, I've had, and this is no offense against anyone else, right? I've other programs, other people have reached out to me. I actually got asked if I wanted to compete in a jiu-jitsu tournament right before the Paralympics, this last summer Olympics or whatever it was. And I think that that's a fantastic, great thing and a fantastic opportunity. But I don't train against other combat disabled veterans. I want to train against everyone. No matter your size, your weight, your experience, whatever, I want to be on the mat with you, and I'm going to give you my 100%, and you're going to give me your 100%. And I think that's where the effectiveness of the foundation bleeds through into giving those veterans that sense of accomplishment, that fire, that competition, that family, and everything back again. So, yeah, you had a heart attack. Okay, bro. I might let you walk off the mat. But that's about it. Like, we're going to go for our
You hear that, Milton? 100%.
I can't wait to roll with you, Joey. So I don't know who wants to take this question. Mike, let's have you jump in. How many ambassadors do you guys have right now, and how many gyms are you working with?
Oh, our ambassador network right now is enormous. I think we've got
150 last number I saw.
150, and that number is growing constantly.
Okay.
Of the ambassadors. So this is a network that got put together a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, probably.
Yeah, let's see. I did Minnesota. Yeah, yes, so about 2 years.
2 years
now.
ago.
Yep.
And the realization was that the small group that was the foundation couldn't keep up with the growth.
Mm-hmm.
It was 3-4 people dealing with everything, and it is amazing how fast. Foundation's been around for 5 years. Went from being a couple guys in a glorified garage in McKinney, Texas, to being everywhere across the country. Wow. So the realization was we needed to have a network of people across the country who could help out with things in their local area. So that was where the spawning of the ambassador network came about. So they're 150. I wouldn't be surprised if we have 200 plus by the end of the year.
Yeah. So let's talk about
over 200 gyms now too. Yeah.
200 gyms.
That's good.
Over that now,
Yeah,
right?
So right now, officially, we have 120 gyms that are certified, that we've vetted. Not necessarily all of them have had athletes there, but we've vetted 120 gyms that are all across the country. So when we have combat disabled veterans in name a random area, we can try and find a gym, hopefully that we've already done the vetting for to put them in. Mm-hmm. Vetting meaning that it is a suitable location, the gym is safe, they have a registered instructor, they've got a legitimate black belt instructor.
No Call of Duty instructors.
No Call of Duty instructors. Yeah, they're
tier 1.
And they're out
tier
there.
1.
Yeah.
Real tier 1 instructors, not Call of Duty tier 1 instructors.
You've done this long enough. We've all been to one of those gyms.
Yeah.
So we're very specific about who we're bringing on as gyms, because we don't want to bring an athlete in, get them all set up, and they reach out to us 2 months later and go, you need to tell me about this guy, and we hear something. Yeah. So we're very particular. But right now we've got 120. We actually closed our application to gyms a year and a half ago because we had so many wanting to come on board, and we just didn't have the manpower to do it. So we we directed a lot of them towards the ambassador network with the thought process that when the time comes that we run into or that we have an athlete to put in that area,
Bam.
they'll be on the top of our list.
Sleeper
So,
cell.
so here's the teeter-totter, right? Like the idea is that we want gyms all across the country, but we also don't want big dojos, right? We don't want to be treated differently, but if you get someone that comes in that's missing a leg, an arm, that may have a TBI, traumatic brain injury, that instructor has either the ability or at least the lineage and background to be able to step back and say, let me figure out how to teach jiu-jitsu to this person. That's just a little bit different than the rest of them.
For the veterans, in order to be considered disabled, I just want to know what your guys' threshold is. Do they have to have like service connected? Like, is that what it would be? Because I know they, like, when you go to the VA and you get out, you know, you could get disability and it's to a certain percentage, but then they also give you, there's like another level of it where it's service connected disability, and then they give you a percentage on that as well. Do they have to be service connected, or can it just be just a disabled veteran of any type?
Right. So there's a lot of, basically the way that we're not allowed to ask specifics, right? And that's because it's against the law. It protects the individuals that are out there, right? Exactly, HIPAA. But what we can say is we need a copy of your DD-214. That's to show that you left the military service with an honorable, or, you know, at least some kind of a discharge that's honorable, not less than honorable, and not a dishonorable discharge. Okay, we don't want individuals that were kicked out of the military applying. If you do, I'm sorry. Guess what? You're going to get a no thank you email from us. The VA rating letter, right? Exactly. So there's a service-connected disability, and then there's a different kind of disability. Service-connected is like in my situation. So I was blown up overseas in combat, so therefore I have a service-connected disability. Someone that is back here that's training, or while they're in the military, let's just say they're out on a weekend and they get in a car accident and now they're in a wheelchair. That's it's service connected, but it's not in the sense that that's military. So you get out with a military disability or retirement, they will take care of you. The idea that we want is that we want the worst individuals we want the individuals that are injured the worst. So we set it at 80%. And the way that we do is we say, please provide us a copy of your VA disability rating letter. Like you said, there's an application process that they already go through that helps us not have to spend time and money and resources that can say, okay, this is our minimum line. You show us 80% disability. You show us that you're honorably discharged from the military. You then go onto the waiting list. And then if there's a gym in your area, then we will try to make that fit. And if not, then we will actually reach out and try to find a gym in the area for you to start training at. So, and your question is, yes, there is a minimum standard, but that's where we're at. Let's say if we had Donald Trump write us a $10 million check, then those numbers would move, right? We want to help as many individuals out as we can. It may be training accidents. It could be, OCONUS assignments where you get injured. Stuff like that, then yeah, we want to move on and help people out. But right now, with limited funds, limited resources, limited individuals, we want to help the most amount of people that we can with the worst type of injuries that we can. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're making it work. That's awesome.
So I'm real curious on COVID, on what COVID has meant to the We Defy Foundation as a whole, what you're doing. Because I actually thought, I'm an ambassador. I did not serve in the military. I'm a We Defy ambassador. And when I applied, I spoke to TJ and I spoke to Anthony and I said, I want the show. I'm applying, but I want the show. I want you guys to know that this is a sounding board for you. This is a place where you can come on and talk about these things. So, I'm an ambassador, but, what I bring to the table is the show. So I saw the last, in the last groupings of ambassador emails that I saw, or maybe TJ put out a post. You guys have raised just as much money to date as you did all of last year. Is that not correct?
Yep.
Is that right?
Go ahead.
Get somebody grab that. So COVID and how much money have we been raising?
This is kind of my wheelhouse.
Okay, take it, run with it.
So, man, everything shut down, and the conversations we had at the board level for the first several weeks. So, nobody knew what was going on, right? I mean, things were shut down. Is this really shut down? Are we just saying it's shut down? What's happening here? But come mid-March, when everything truly shut down, we had the decision, we had a reasonable amount of money in the bank account to say, okay, we want to provide as much help as we can, because we know these gyms that have become, part of our network. We rely on them. They rely on us. We want to build that relationship. So we made the decision in March. We reached out to all the gyms who we had athletes at, and we said, keep billing us. Keep billing us for the athletes. We're going to keep paying you as long as we can. We don't know how long this is going to last. As long as we've got the money, we're going to keep paying you, because we want you to stay open.
That's awesome.
That's great.
It was what we felt we needed to do. It's like, if this lasts 6 months and half the gyms that we have athletes in close, we either, one, have to find new places for them, or two, even worse, they can't train anymore. So we made that decision. Our big event last year that we started was doing this big gala in Dallas. So we were already planning that. Well, that got shut down. It's like, all right, can't do that. Open mats are a huge fundraiser for us. If the gym's not open, can't do a damn open mat. So where are we going? So we started going to just very organic, grassroots type of fundraising. Our ambassador networks raised over $30,000, and that's since May, because really from mid-March to May, nothing happened anywhere. So they've done a great job. We've had individuals come up, step up and do small fundraisers. One of our Army veterans here in McKinney, she did a 48-mile run over 48 hours with another guy. They raised almost $10,000. So we've been fortunate. We've had some really good fundraising coming from a very, very grassroots type fundraising. Just our local ambassador, or not our local, our national ambassador network. None of the big major events that we do. So it's been great. We've started to get people back on the mats. So obviously that's hit and miss. It all depends on where they're at, which we've had to change. Is I believe we have our schedule set of the athletes we want to put into gyms through the next 12 months. But, a lot of them are in areas that still haven't opened up. So we're going to swap them out, say, all right, we're going to put you on hold until your gym opens up, because we're not going to start your scholarship if you can't go get into the gym. Right?
Roger.
And I've been doing this since day one, but I want you guys to also understand that the level of applications that we get are, the individuals that we're talking about, the ones that are going out there and raising the money that are keeping us going through this difficult time, are very, very important in what's going on. But we're talking about thousands of people that have applied, veterans that want to have this opportunity to train jiu-jitsu. That's why this giving day is so important, because it's not sustainable through this COVID thing. We want this for the life of the foundation. We want to help as many as we can, which is what I said. Like, a $10 check is fantastic, and that's great, and we appreciate every little bit of help we can get. But if we can go out on a day like this and we can reach out to some bigger people, some more important organizations, some people that want to get on board and understand not that jiu-jitsu is what you see on television or with UFC and stuff, but what it gives back to these veterans and these athletes, to reach out to them to say, we have hundreds of athletes that are waiting that we want to get in trained, that we could literally place today if we had the money to do it. Right? That's where we're trying to get to with everything. Kevin's on board and pushing, trying to get us to that next level, which is kind of where we're at right now.
So let's talk about the ambassadors. We as ambassadors, Junior and I are both We Defy ambassadors, and we're trying to, I don't know if Miguel's filled out his application yet.
I have not.
But we're going to try to get him on as well.
We'll send you
What are the suggestions? What suggestions would you make to guys like us? What could we be doing in our local areas with our gyms? Give us some suggestions of what we can do to help We Defy.
Director of Development.
Open that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about spreading the word and the mission and the cause, right? And so it's an amplification is what we're looking for through the ambassador network. So when we start to tell our story and get the word out there and have different events, like we're having the squat challenge right now, other North Texas Giving Day, when we say these things, we would love for the ambassadors to be amplifying these messages, sharing them to your social media, sending emails. If you're a gym owner, send that email out to your gym, to the participants at your gym, and leverage this ambassador network as really as an amplification to our voice. So
Okay.
that's for me from a development side of what I'm looking for.
Okay.
It's the again, if you got to beat this out, whatever. It's the Facebook thing, right? I know 10 people, he knows 10 people, he knows 10 people, right? But if he shares my story, guess what? I get his 10 people too, and so forth and so on. So I don't know the 10 people that you know, but if you go out and say, you know what, this date, North Texas Giving Day, is a great opportunity. Amazon, Smile, whatever the case may be. You want to give back, you want to click on, hey, there's this great organization I heard about. Do your own research. Here's the website, but check it out, man. Or take a picture of, getting your ass kicked by Marcelo Garcia, which is pretty much what I did. And was like, hey, this guy's helping out. He wants to be part of the foundation. Henzo. There's so many great people that are out there, and we're all interacting with them and say, hey, have you ever heard about the We Defy Foundation? Have you heard about what they're doing to help veterans out? And I promise you, it's not that they don't want to help. It's that they have not heard about us yet. I promise you that is it. So help spread the word. Be proactive. Do a bake sale. Get Junior in a bikini. Put him out there washing cars.
I was going to say, he's raising his hand.
You're speaking my language now, man.
Can I help in this bikini thing?
Junior told me before the show he's a little upset that nobody's challenged him in the squat challenge. Nobody's tagged him yet. So
it's not
I
fair.
don't know if you guys. It's
Junior, it's day 2.
J Vega Jr. on Instagram, just in case anybody wants to know. And he will take multiple challenges. I guess he could do multiple challenges for multiple people. Yeah. I mean, he'll do more than what is it? How many squats a day?
20 a day for 20 days.
20 a day. Oh, he could do 100 a day for 100 days.
I'll do it with my dummy at home.
So yeah. Again, it's at J Vega Jr. on Instagram. If anybody wants to send him a challenge.
Thank you, Milton. I appreciate
In a
it.
bikini.
Bikini.
Hey, the mankini.
Dude, I just thought about something fun, like you were saying, open mats. You do something like that, almost sort of kind of like the dunking booth. Like you get a black belt and there's a bucket, and you pay $5, and you have 1 minute to tap the black belt. But you start with him in your closed guard.
Okay, that probably sounded a lot better in your head.
What are you talking about? That's awesome. I'd pay.
We're in a bikini.
And I think we need to put the white belt in the booth.
So we did. Take his back, bro. Take his back. Are you kidding me?
Last year we did, what was it, 30 rounds?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, so we did for Amy, who is now our event coordinator.
National
for her
event
30th
coordinator.
birthday, we did 30 rounds. So it was a white belt.
How do I get roped into this shit?
Sales, my friend.
I know. We did every belt level.
Yeah, so we did a white belt, a blue belt, a purple belt, brown belt, and a black belt. 5-minute rounds, 30 rounds. You could buy rounds against whoever you wanted.
Right. So you paid for her to fight against with a different belt level.
So at the time I was the brown belt that did it. So you could say, okay, I want the 19th round against Mike.
Yeah.
So then I, already done 18 rounds.
Nice.
Now you
Good
get
job.
this round.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean anything like that, doing these just, open mats are tough right now. I mean, but some of the other stuff, doing these little things, doing the squat challenge, we're looking at doing,
private lesson.
Selling private lessons.
Yeah.
So, whatever the case is, just finding activities to do. Our ambassador network helps out with our regional tournaments that we work with, that we get booths at. My phone's been blowing up all day because there's one in New Mexico, I think, or Salt Lake City. And they're
those are way far apart. By the way.
Yeah, whatever.
Utah.
West.
It's over there.
So, but Salt Lake City, there's a tournament this weekend, and they're manning a booth right now, selling merchandise, getting the word out. Any of that type of stuff, obviously, regional seminars. If you've got a a black belt, you've got a black belt instructor who wants to help out and host a small regional seminar in your area and donate some proceeds. Any of that type of stuff, especially right now, all those little things are helping, and they all add up.
Yeah.
I would also add that from the ambassador perspective, you guys, ambassadors and people in the network may know somebody that's in a business or at a family foundation, or somebody that's got influence, maybe somebody that's a star of some kind or famous of some kind that's also into jiu-jitsu that can help us amplify our message. So as you think through your own networks of people that feel free to bring those to me and to us so that we can reach out and establish partnerships and things of that nature to formalize those relationships to help again continue to grow the foundation. So
I just want to say, you guys want some real talk? Like, you want to make some money, or like you want to look at this as the reality of what's going on out there? There are gigantic corporations out there that make billions of dollars. Okay. And yes, they have foundations within what they're doing, and they give to other foundations. And it may be that, hey, we support the military, so we give to other military foundations. Those other military foundations are literally but they're also getting donated millions of dollars. It's a process where there's no thought. They're like, okay, we're going to go out, we're going to have a dinner, we're going to fundraise $10 million. We're going to take $10 million, we're going to chop it up, we're going to give it to these 5 different nonprofit organizations. We Defy Foundation is not even on the radar of these other groups. Okay. And the reason why is because, I don't want to get too much into my own personal stuff, but it's easy. It's easy to say, oh, we already know that this national organization gets X amount of dollars and helps out this many people. But when you look at the bottom line, if you look at the financials of these organizations, out of every dollar, 80% goes to their operating costs. 20% actually goes to what's helping out. We Defy Foundation, yes, we're small, but I promise you, no one gets paid. Every single time we come in, either goes back into raising more money, or it goes directly to the veterans. Okay. So like Kevin was saying, if you know someone that sits on a board at some major corporation and sits within their walls and is able to say, you know what, I heard about We Defy Foundation, I think it's great. Those are a huge part of who we're trying to reach. Right now, we have communities that are giving. We have schools that are giving, and those are fantastic. And I love those guys, and I go see them and I train with them, and they're amazing, and they are the heart of what we're doing. What we want is that next level, right? We want Toyota, we want Ozarks, we want whatever, right? But those, not someone that's just going to go, okay, let's write another check to this group this year and we'll feel great about ourselves. Let's do something that's effective. Let's not take these veterans to a weekend ball game. Let's take them and put them in a year-long program that
change their life.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. That's the reality of what we're trying to do.
Okay?
That's awesome. I think we're going to leave it there, guys. We got a couple of things to do on here. We're going to let you guys go, but we appreciate you. We want to do this again. We want to have you guys on individually or together, put together another group. We'll do this again, have these little roundtables. We want to make sure that we keep on spreading this message. So, it's an open invitation. You guys let me know. I've already told this to TJ a few times. Once every couple of months, we do 2 to 3 episodes, on a Saturday a month. But you guys are more than welcome to at least one of those. So whatever you guys got going on, we're here to help. All right, guys.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you.
We
and
appreciate
we support
you guys.
the cause.
Enjoy whatever it is that you're drinking there. What does it say? Doers on the back?
It's Oban.
Oh, okay. All right, you guys.
Doors.
I don't know.
You see,
man,
see Milton's
I got
cheap
bad
mentality
eyes.
over there.
I got bad eyes. Yeah, I'm getting old.
Junior.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Junior. Hashtag bikini challenge.
Oh,
Hey,
yo,
hey.
wait.
Hey, don't be afraid what you get back. Don't be afraid what you're gonna
I
get
won't,
back.
Before we let you go, I have one question. Before we let you go, we're going to start with Mike, and we're going to go down the line. Mike, do you wash your jiu-jitsu belt?
Yes.
All right.
I've listened to the podcast before.
Come on. Come
Wash your
on.
damn belt.
Joey.
Man.
Joey, do you wash your belt?
Yes, 100%.
All right. Okay, 2 out of
Come
3.
on.
Kevin,
I just got my purple belt. I haven't washed it yet.
Kevin, my man.
Did you wash your
I
blue
will,
belt yet?
though.
Though?
No, come on.
You do wash your belt?
It's only
Guys.
yes.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
3 out of 3.
We
Unreal,
defy.
man. It's okay.
Hashtag
Hey,
wash
and,
your belt, Stinky.
Airborne. all the
North
way.
Texas Giving Day is September 17th. I'm not sure we said that. So
No,
that's
you
the
didn't.
day.
Yeah, this will
Coming
come
up.
out. We're going to put this out as early in the week as possible, so we get this out there for a few days. We usually again shoot on Saturdays. Normally we launch Monday, Tuesday, so we'll have this out there, and we'll keep on spreading the word. We thank you guys
Thank
for
you,
coming
guys.
again. We appreciate you. We love what you're
Appreciate it.
doing. Keep on fighting the good fight, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys
Cheers.
so much.
Take it
All right,
easy.
guys. You take care, man. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, guys.
That was
Those guys
great,
are-
man. What a
those
great
guys are
interview.
Freaking awesome, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm fired up.
Yeah, I want to get out there and start raising some money. all
For
right?
real.
I'm gonna talk to Kevin a little bit about what I found for our foundation, what we're using, the platform. I'm gonna share that with them because I don't think they're using what I found and what I think could help them.
Oh, most
definitely,
raise
yeah.
more money. So
That'd be a
I
great
won't go-
idea.
Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely share that with him. So we still got a few things here, guys. We're just gonna go through some of our housekeeping, but
Hey, don't be afraid what you ask for because I do happen to have.
you got a little
Well,
banana hammock.
I'm not even going to tell you what it looks like.
A
but
little
I
banana
might,
hammock?
I might just have one.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid.
I
of
wanna-
what you get.
I want to be part of this challenge.
All right, my man. You better
Well, you
go.
got,
Better go get your.
so Junior can challenge. He can challenge you
Go get a singlet.
on Instagram.
I'm gonna
You're the
do,
wrestler,
I'm gonna
you
do
get
my
the singlet.
squats with my jiu-jitsu
I,
dummies.
I have a little bit of an excuse,
Oh.
but
Oh,
But-
my heart's
Maybe-
bleeding for you, bro. Not really.
Junior's
My
mean.
heart bleeds with sympathy.
Junior's mean. Big thank you, as always, to Fight Back CBD. Use code JJD for 15% off your order at fightbackcbd.com. War Bar Soap, get 25% off your order with code JJD at warbarsoap.com. Junior can use some of that soap. Check out our Instagram. Check out our Instagram or theirs. You'll be able to see the details of the giveaway. So we're going to do one War Bar giveaway per week in the entire month of September. There's 5 Saturdays. We didn't give one away last Saturday. We're giving away 2 this week. So find the post, follow the directions. You can enter as many times as you want. Enter every single week, and you have a chance at winning 1 War Bar every single week. Okay?
Saint Milton.
Stop it. Check out our podcast store at www.jujitsudummies.shop. Get 15% off your order with code JJD. We have ranked rash guards, tees, face shields, backpacks, coffee mugs. We just put out some new designs. And you get free shipping on orders over $50, okay? We are also brought to you by JJD Podcast Consulting. Check us out at JJD Podcast Consulting on Instagram. Ask us any questions you want about starting your own podcast, all right? Anyone out there that wants to work with the show, you can find us on everywhere at Jiu-Jitsu Dummies, all right? Info at Jiu-Jitsu Dummies if you have any questions about getting involved, all right? Want to thank Flow and Roll again, at flow_n_roll on Instagram. Get 20% off your online order with code JJD at flowandroll.com. Check out their Instagram for their custom work. And, really want to thank Sean for bringing us the idea of the perks, doing the belt that you see here in front of me. We also have, again, for every $50 you donate, you can choose an embroidered belt or foundation mug. So I want to thank him for bringing us that idea. If you'd like to support the show at patreon.com/Jiu-Jitsu Dummies, you're automatically entered to win 2 drawings of $100 each, right? So we'll do either a gi from Flow and Roll. We put some Jiu-Jitsu Dummies patches on that, or you get a $100 gift card to the podcast store. We usually let you choose, and I've been throwing in some on the days that we don't use listener questions. I actually wind up giving you guys the choice of getting a bottle of Fight Back CBD. Lost the logo scroll here, guys.
Hey, no worries. And keep your eyes open. Come check me out on IG. Sean and I have something special for all the non-belt washers, all those dedicated jiu-jitsu.
You got that shirt. You got him to
We got something. We got something. I'm not going to spill the beans.
Do you,
Just
have
come
to,
check.
do you have to prove that you don't wash your belt? Like, is it like bring your
It's-
belt at
it's
this
honesty,
location?
man.
We got to
It's
sniff
just-
it,
it's an
and
honesty
then you're
thing.
allowed to.
Don't worry about it.
Listen,
But-
I respect these guys from We Defy. They're all belt washers.
That's good.
What do you got to say
It's good
about
for
that?
them. Good for them. That's what I have to say.
You
Good
want
for
to
them.
tell?
Good for them.
Good for them.
How do you feel about
To
that?
each their own.
Okay.
It's good for them.
All right.
That's what they want to do.
Because
But for
you've
all
called me
those-
some you've
for all
called
the
me some
loyal-
names
for all
on
the
and
loyal
offline.
Non-belt washers, right? All the traditional guys that know that the power's in the belch.
Yeah.
Right? Come visit my IG. I got something
Yeah.
special for you.
Yeah.
All right, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
start
putting
spraying.
some
You see
stuff
that power shield?
up. Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I gotta spray you
fine.
from now
That's
on
fine.
before you come in. I don't know why I haven't
fine.
thought of that. Just spray you down.
Yuck.
If
I'm
you're
gonna
not
start-
washing your belt, what else aren't you
I'm
washing?
gonna start wearing my belt
Yeah.
to the show.
Can I get a chance to redeem myself with this thing?
Yeah, hold on. Let me give the shout out to our podcast patrons. We've got.
Like a fool.
Yeah, you can start it from there while I'm
All
giving
right,
out the
I'm gonna-
shout outs if
out
you'd
here.
like. This is what is this called? What is this thing called again?
It's the Powerball.
Powerball. This is for the people that are just hearing the sound. It helps with like kind of your wrist strength. Yeah,
It really is.
that's
a
really gonna
workout.
be. Yeah. I do something like that, but I don't use. I do something
Dude,
like
I
that,
lost
too.
it,
But
so
I
how
don't.
funny
I
is
don't
that?
use. I don't use that ball. Not that ball anyway. That's
I
not the
feel
ball that I put in my hand.
Oh.
Shout out to our podcast patrons: Robert Walker, Frank House, Liam Berg, Wolsey Rivera, Boa Athletics. You can check them out at Boa_Athletics. Michael Pixley Jr., Jason Smiley, Eric Perkins, Britt Tavar, James Fisher, CJ Carroll, Mission 22, Chuck Reddoor, Roberto Santiago. All right. These are all of our podcast patrons. And if you haven't checked your emails, guys, check out your Patreon inbox and see if you won one of the 4 giveaways from the last couple of months. All
Hey,
right?
special shout outs to Chuck Redor because he gave me that great idea.
Yeah,
that we got coming to you guys.
I see. You know what? Let's talk about Chuck for a second. So he sent me a message,
Aloha,
kind of
brother.
ripping on you a little bit.
Really?
Like, yeah. I got your number, Chuck. I see what
Chuck,
you did.
what are you doing here?
He
So you're
said
on my
something.
side,
Hey,
brother.
let's do this and send something about. Well, no. Actually, no. Okay, no. He didn't rip on you. Let me
Chuck.
say it this way. I'm sorry. I'm getting it wrong.
Playing both
So
sides.
he said we should make a belt. We should make a belt for like don't wash this belt or something like that for Junior. So he wasn't making fun of you. I shouldn't say that. But then I did see that he sent like a message. I think a group message that told you to just like make a shirt about don't wash the belt or something with me.
we'll see.
I said, is he playing both sides of the fence here? He's playing
I
both
think he
sides
is.
of the
Chuck.
belt washer.
Chuck.
I'm gonna go back and look at those messages. I
Okay.
gotta see exactly what I don't want. I want to make sure I get it right.
Regardless, he's a loyal patron. He's
Yeah.
always commenting on our
Yeah.
posts. Always watching
sending us some
videos.
funny stuff,
yes,
man.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
Am I gonna? Can you hear me with this guy over here doing this
got
thing? Okay.
I got it.
Yeah.
Victorious.
It's just
We
a
got
simple
that.
thing.
That was a gift I gave him last episode.
White
was
belts.
from the
White belts are
BJJ
so
box.
easily entertained.
Yeah, that's all it takes, man.
Victory is mine.
All right. Amazon Smile. If you want to support the show, the podcast, Jesus. If you want to support the foundation, you can go into your Amazon account, go into your settings, scroll down. If you don't see it on your phone app, just log into your Amazon account.
It's really easy.
And yeah, it's real super simple. I've posted it a bunch on our IG. It has directions. Swipe left, it has directions. Whenever I post Amazon Smile, the graphic that we made, if you scroll to the left, it has instructions. You can choose to donate a portion of every purchase. Doesn't cost you anything more. Doesn't change your Amazon experience. It'll just tell you when an item is available for
Right.
Amazon Smile, and you're choosing the company that you want to donate. You set it and forget it. You set it, and
But you
anytime
always
you
have
order,
to
we'll
go
get a
to
couple.
that Smiles portal on Amazon.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it should by default, like when you open up I know it doesn't always, but it should by default, you should see instead of the Amazon logo, you're going to see Amazon and then it says Smile
Yeah.
underneath. If you don't see that, you can just search Amazon Smile, click on Amazon Smile, and now you're there. So
It
what
doesn't
I've
even
noticed-
ask you to re-log in. It
Yeah.
just takes you once you've logged in once. It just takes you right back to it.
I've actually noticed what Junior was kind of pointing out was if I just see my regular Amazon, when I get to checkout, it still shows it to me that I'm going to give a portion.
Oh, it
so,
does?
Yeah, so it does tell you make sure you start your experience at Amazon Smile, but I don't know if they've upgraded or changed what they're doing, but when I get to my checkout, I usually see it
Now-
myself. So I don't want to say not to do it, but start at Amazon Smile. It's a good thing.
Now I see it'll say like it's Prime and it's also available for Smile. That's
Yeah.
how I see it now.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you could also change it in your filters, I think too.
It builds up, guys. I shop on Amazon a lot. If
Spent
if you
over
work for a
$1,000
company
already.
there you go. If you work for a company if you're
That
a
orders.
purchaser, if you're somebody that's
Sure,
doing something
yeah.
for your company, just switch it over. Find the Jiu-Jitsu Dummies Foundation, LLC. That's the full name as it appears. Click on it, and that's it.
I actually just typed in dummies. For real.
That's good enough.
I was
right?
like, I'm not. Hey,
You
you
saw
know
a
what?
picture of Junior pop up?
That's it.
Yeah.
In my singlet.
Yeah. I want to get a sing. I almost showed up to open Matt in a singlet
Go for it, man.
just to do it.
Oh, please let me don't do that till I get back.
Can I get?
I
Can
wanna
I
be
get
there.
one? Can I get one that
I
has
want
like
to be
something
there.
on it?
I
Just-
we can. Sean will probably be able to print on a singlet. I'm sure that he's
I
done
love
that before.
singlets.
So yes, check us out at Amazon Smile. We appreciate the support. You could check me out at Uncle Milty BJJ on Instagram. Junior.
J Vega Jr. spelled out JUNIOR.
MLJ Rico. That's it. I got in early,
That's
man.
easy.
Yeah.
What is it now? Like MLJ
Yeah,
Rico?
you're like 3,750.
3,000?
Yeah. Not 2,999.
You could check out the foundation guys on Instagram at the JJD Foundation or on Twitter at the JJ Dummies FDN. And as always, you can go on GoFundMe, search Jiu-Jitsu Dummies. You'll find our GoFundMe page. We're a little over $3,000. We definitely like to raise some more. Don't forget what we're going to be doing for the competitors. You can go out there, raise some money. Go back to the beginning of the episode. I won't go bore you with it
Does
again.
that work
but
for me too?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll pay you. How much did you pay for the? Is it the pans now? Well, you went.
Yeah.
You did new breed.
No,
and then you did the
I'm
pans.
still signed up for that. That got
For new
moved
breed.
over to October. Oh no, I'm sorry. I got moved over to November 7th now.
The new breed in Coral
the new
Springs.
breed, exactly.
Okay.
And then pans, I'm still in the registration process because I just signed up for IBJJF.
Okay.
So it's like a $40 registration fee after you do, like, you have to get Cyborg to sign, or whoever your black belt
Yeah.
is, to sign your membership, and then they'll allow you to pay for the actual event.
So yes, you can set up a fundraiser through our platform, and if you raise $300, we're going to pay up to $100 of your entrance fee.
Bam.
And if you raise $500, we're going to give you
A gi.
the $100 entrance fee
Yeah,
and the
and
gi.
a gi.
And if you raise $1,000 or more, it's going to be.
Does a gi come with a belt?
I don't.
That's a good question, right?
No, I don't. Yeah, no, it doesn't come with the belt. He just sends the.
Okay.
If you order online, sometimes you get like usually just a white belt. You don't get to choose.
Yeah.
If you raise
Dan,
over
you hear that?
1,000,
You're just a white belt.
That's Milton. That's Milton, bro.
Sorry,
That's
bro.
how he puts it, bro.
It's rough up here on the high road.
Yeah, I
man.
know, yeah.
So if you raise over $1,000,
Yep.
which I know you could do,
I could do it.
you'll get the $100 towards your entrance fee, the gi.
And a $100 gift card for the podcast store.
Boom.
I was paying
He knows
attention.
it.
I mean,
Yeah, he
that's-
knows it, man.
Yeah, man.
see.
Let's do it.
But I'm sure that what did you say, $300?
300. That's
That's
attainable.
Well, that's an easy 1,000 for you, bro.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
the
I think you
300 was.
I know
this is
1,000
our
people.
First, this is
That's
going
just
to
like
be
a dollar a person.
this is going to be our first attempt. Plus, with the Jits King event, which is kind of where the idea was spawned from the new trials event.
Yeah.
I figured with only a month left, I wanted to make it something attainable. So maybe that changes in the future. I think maybe raising 500 is
Yeah.
but for now,
Let's see where it goes.
open it
COVID
up to
times.
everybody. Yeah, man, it's
It's
times
rough
are
out
tough.
there.
Look, these guys, We Defy, man. They think again. They raised more money. To what was it? That email was at least last month. So by July, they had raised more money than they did all of last year. So times are tough, but people are still giving this. So look,
That's what counts, man.
we'll see what it goes.
Hey, they're still trying, man. They're not giving up.
Yeah, man. I mean, you
going
just
hard.
gotta, we had Tap Cancer out last week too, and he just had to change the way they're doing things. It's not. I don't think anybody ever considered like closing down or stopping what they
Right.
were doing.
It's
They just said,
adapt.
yeah, there's a new way to do it.
Shit.
So, you guys got anything else? You got anything you want to? Anybody want to say hello to? Shout outs?
No, I'm good, man. Yeah.
We're just gonna keep on practicing.
Man, I really like this thing.
Yeah.
This Powerball thing really
Good to
actually,
know.
yeah, it's good.
Now I know what to get you
My
for Christmas. I'll
forearms
get you
are
the
sore.
upgraded one for Christmas.
Yeah.
How about you, Junior? Anything?
Nah, man, I'm good.
You good?
Hey, shout out to all your moms out there. Tell them to come watch Jiu-Jitsu Dummies. We're on episode 28 right now.
I know.
I mean, can you believe it, man?
I can.
I think, but what's the number? Like, most podcasts don't get past episode 12. I thought it was 12. 12 or 14?
14.
Don't get past 14. We have done, this is number 28. We've been around. May will be 2 years since
Nice.
we started, since we
Nice.
had that first
It's
rehearsal.
been that long?
It's been that long.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going on. I mean, what's it? What are we? September? Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy time.
Yeah, man. Look, we started a foundation. It converted Choke Responsibly to the podcast store. I mean,
Giving away 2 scholarships.
we've done
Yeah.
2 scholarships. I'm like, this is it's been fun. So
Yeah.
we're gonna keep on going.
I
Man.
do have a shout out
Go ahead.
for Bo. Thanks for everything, man.
Hey, Bo. You're welcome. Bo does an amazing job.
Sure does.
He puts up with all this.
Thank you, Bo.
Oh,
noise
yeah, he's trying
at
to
the
set
beginning
up.
of the episode.
I'm a man child. Yeah. Two wrongs making a right.
All right, guys. Look, Bo, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for listening out there, guys. Take care.
Great episode.
Stay
Thank
safe.
you, guys. See you soon.
Woos.
Don't wash your belt.
Or wash it.
Stinky boy. Now, doop, 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 doop. I don't even know if I get the music.